I heard her screaming at my son to go to his school for the poor and get himself some more clothes from the trash, and also that he was the son of a black. You ever see your child get humiliated right in front of you, and no one does a damn thing? Not a teacher, not another parent, not even the ones who raised the little monsters laughing at him. That's what happened to me. And what I did next, they won't forget anytime soon. My name is Tina. I'm 37, single mom, full-time nurse. No time for nonsense and even less for cowards in khaki pants who think their privilege gives them permission to look down on people like me or my son. My boy's name is Jamal. He's 10 years old, smart, funny, gentle to his core. The kind of kid who holds the door for strangers and says, "Yes, ma'am," without being asked. Loves science, hates broccoli, and dreams of being an engineer like the ones he saw on YouTube rebuilding bikes from scratch. I moved us into a better neighborhood last year. You know the kind. Tree-lined streets, weekend soccer leagues, dads who golf, moms with Instagram bake sale accounts. It was a step up. I took the night shifts, picked up extra hours, made it happen. Because I wanted Jamal to have a shot, a real shot. At first, things were fine. He made a couple friends. Teachers said he was polite, helpful. But something shifted around mid-semester. Jamal stopped talking as much after school. I'd ask how his day was, and he'd just shrug, said he was tarsi-teed. His backpack got messier, his smiles less frequent. One night, I found a worksheet stuffed in the trash with the words, "Poor kid," scrawled in red crayon on the back. I wanted to scream. I emailed the teacher, got a response 4 days later. "We're addressing it. Children will be children. Children will be children." Right. Then came the field day. It was a sunny Saturday. Parents were invited, kids doing 3-legged races, sack hops, tug of war. I came straight from an overnight shift, scrubs under my hoodie, coffee in hand, but I was there. Jamal was lined up with some boys from his class, a group of white kids, same age. I was watching from the side, waving like a fool when I saw it happen. One of the boys leaned toward Jamal and muttered something. Jamal flinched, looked down. The boy laughed. Another one chimed in. "He probably can't even afford lunch. Bet his mama works at Walmart." Laughter. I stood up so fast, I spilled coffee on my jeans. Looked around. Surely someone heard that. A parent? A teacher? Nothing. Blank stares. A dad turned away. A mom pulled out her phone, and that's when the third boy shoved Jamal. Nothing huge, just enough to knock him off balance. Just enough to send a message. That was it. I stepped out onto the grass and walked toward them. Not fast, not yelling, just coming. The kids looked up. One tried to laugh it off. "We were just playing." Jamal looked at me, eyes wide, embarrassed like he had done something wrong. That shattered something inside me. "Step away from him," I said. Calm, clear. The boys froze. One of the moms jogged over. "Is there a problem?" she asked, voice fake sweet, like she was already preparing her defense. "Yeah," I said. "There is. Your son thinks it's funny to mock mine for not being born into your zip code." She blinked. "I'm sure that's not." He shoved him. He insulted him. They all did. Now the dads were watching. The teachers started moving closer. You don't get to raise your kids to believe they're better than someone because of the color of their skin or the job their mother works. One of the boys muttered, "She's crazy." And that's when the mom put a hand on my arm. That was her mistake. I pulled back, not hard, but firm. You don't get to touch me, and you sure as hell don't get to protect your kid from consequences when he's out here humiliating mine. A teacher finally stepped in between us. "Let's all calm down." I wasn't yelling. I wasn't even breathing hard. I said, "No, Let's not calm down. Let's talk about how calm y'all were when those boys were laughing in my son's face. Let's talk about how quick everyone got silent when the black mom spoke up. There was no more giggling, no more fake confusion. I turned to Jamal. You okay, baby? He nodded slowly. I didn't do anything, Mom. I know you didn't. And right then, I saw something click behind his eyes. Like he realized he didn't have to just take it. Like maybe, just maybe, the rules did apply to everyone, even if the world sometimes forgot. After that moment, the field didn't feel like a field anymore. It felt like a courtroom. And I wasn't just a mom. I was evidence that the quiet ones eventually speak. And when they do, it echoes. The teacher, Mr. Dalton, awkwardly stepped between me and the parents. I think we should discuss this privately, he said, voice shaky. No, I replied, because the embarrassment happened publicly. My son was humiliated in front of everyone, so we're going to deal with it right here. The moms shifted uncomfortably. The dads avoided eye contact. One of the boys started crying. Now he had tears. Now that someone finally called it out. And maybe that's what hurt the most. It wasn't just that they picked on Jamal. It was the way the adults around him let it happen. The silence, the complicity, the polite indifference. I looked around at the small crowd gathering. This isn't just about Jamal, I said. This is about every kid who doesn't look like yours. Every kid who doesn't wear the newest sneakers or drive off in a Lexus SUV at pickup. My son is 10 years old. 10. And he's already being treated like he doesn't belong. A few of the parents were quiet now, genuinely ashamed, but others, still defensive. One dad with mirrored sunglasses said under his breath, always making it about race. I turned to him. Sir, I said, if it wasn't about race, your boy wouldn't have called mine poor before mocking his skin. So let's not pretend this is some innocent misunderstanding. Your kid said what he said because you let him learn it somewhere. Dead silence. The teachers tried to diffuse things, but it was too late. The crowd had heard enough. And more importantly, so had Jamal. He was standing taller now, no longer shrinking into himself, no longer questioning if he was overreacting. That's when Principal Evans showed up. Older white man, khakis, and clipboard energy. Miss Williams, I said. Tina Williams, I'm Jamal's mother. We understand there was an incident? Oh, there was more than one, I said. And don't act surprised. This isn't the first time it's happened. It's just the first time you were forced to watch it. He started with the usual. Let's have a meeting Monday. We'll investigate. We'll look into it. I shook my head. Monday's too late. I want an apology. I want accountability. And I want it now. The moms blinked. The boys stared at the grass. I wasn't yelling. I didn't have to. Because when you speak the truth out loud, when it's that raw, that real, it doesn't need to be loud. It just needs to be heard. Finally, one of the mothers stepped forward, the same one who touched my arm earlier. Her voice was trembling. I'm sorry, she said. I didn't realize. That's the problem, I said. You didn't realize. You didn't want to realize. She turned to Jamal. I'm sorry for what my son said. Truly. I gave a slow nod. You're not apologizing to me. Make sure you explain to him why what happened today was wrong. Jamal watched her carefully, not with anger, but with the sharp, cautious intelligence I'd seen in him since he was a toddler. He didn't want revenge. He wanted respect. And in that moment, he got it. The principal promised to follow up. The boys were pulled aside. There were disciplinary talks, forced emails, a statement sent to parents. But none of that mattered as much as what came next. Because from that day forward, Jamal walked differently. He answered questions louder in class. He looked teachers in the eye. And when recess came, those same boys didn't dare approach him. Not with cruelty, not with fake politeness, not at all. You see, I wasn't just defending my son that day. I was giving him permission. Permission to not be small in the face of ignorance. Permission to speak, even when people pretend not to hear. Permission to exist fully, unapologetically, in every room they never built for kids like him. And me, I don't regret a single word, because the truth is, I didn't go to that field to start a fight, but I damn sure wasn't going to walk away from one when it came for my child. Some people say you shouldn't make a scene, that it teaches kids the wrong thing. But what does silence teach them? That dignity is negotiable? That if they keep their heads down, maybe they'll be safe? No, not my son, not today.